Justice for all. There is just no pleasing some people. I mean, how can you please everybody? You know, how can you, and what I firmly believe is Warner Brothers is trying the best to make everybody happy. They've changed so much, and still people complain, and still and over the littlest things. And it's another reason to hate the internet and YouTubers, because YouTubers have a following and they slowly brainwash people into, and I'm saying this and I'm on YouTube, contradiction in itself. So what do I mean by all this? Well, we'll take for instance Warner Brothers changing Justice League, okay, to try and shoot the populace, to shoot the majority. Now, they tried it as well with Batman v Superman. What do I mean by that? Well, let's look at Batman, Superman and Doomsday fighting. Now, Man of Steel had some complaints that because of the amount of destruction that happened in Man of Steel, granted it was only a small block of area in Metropolis that actually got destroyed. People complained about thousands of lives and everything else, and they couldn't grasp the concept that maybe there was no choice for him to, because it was a fight to the death. But people complain, so then they go on to BVS, and then they had to make a big deal about let's get Doomsday away to an abandoned port, so we know that nobody can get hurt here, or take Doomsday up into space. So you can gather that they made that point, and which sadly I sort of regret in a way, because I would have liked Doomsday to cause even more havoc and more destruction and more deaths. But of course you can't do that, because then people will start complaining about this, So then, and you also sometimes see it in Avengers, Avengers Age of Ultron, where they make a big deal about trying to, to save people and everything else, and or everybody survived, what about the populace, and it just takes away. And then there's Batman with the guns, and people complained to the Batmobile, and then YouTubers came out and proved that when he was shooting, none of the bullets were touching people, and people didn't understand that this was a darker, vengeful Batman, and that he's been mindly corrupted. So you can't see what I mean. That there are so many changes that Warner Brothers done, and then you get to Justice League, and here's a couple of the complaints that I think is just ridiculous and not needed. First of all, let's see the CGI. Right? Now, I've watched Jurassic Park and I've watched Star Wars, and not once did I look at Jar Jar Binks or a dinosaur and think, wow, that looks so real. No, it was just basically to get, to help tell a story. And then so people were commenting on the villain, Steppenwolf. And with a CGI character, then you can go to town. You can make them as big as you want. You don't have to worry about costumes and whatnot. You can make them do things and yada yada. And then Thanos comes out. Thanos used to be a big, was it a blue or purple guy in the end of Avengers First One, and now he's all kind of creamy, but it looks bad. Right? But again, people will not really notice that because it's Disney and it's Avengers, so they won't make a fuss about that. So that's sort of one complaint. And then there's, so what's the other complaint? Oh, Henry Cavill's moustache. Did it deter me from the film? No, it might make me go like that. But that's down to Paramount. That's down to them not actually thinking maybe we can just buy a fake moustache, or where the makeup department can we not just copy what he's got, and people on the wiser, because who really looks at people with moustaches? We've got people now looking at Captain America in the latest trailer with him growing a beard. Probably they'll complain about that. What else? Oh yes. So, in order to build up suspense of people saving people and stuff like that, you'll have to have some sort of backstory to a victim in order to relate to who they are. So what happens is they put in this. So not only do the filmmakers listen to the audience and the critics and whatnot, but they make sure that the base in Justice League is in a place where it's not again going to have much destruction. Again, Avengers blew up a lot of buildings. Nobody complained about that. Aliens flying about, destruction, nobody once moaned. So Justice League puts the villain base in this sort of run-down sort of city, and they had to, of course, show that people lived there. So they put in this family. So you're on this journey with the family, and you see how scared that they are, and then you're thinking, who's going to save them? Who's going to step in and help these people? These people are sort of, watching maybe the heroes at work over the seas. They're probably watching the telly and seeing Superman and stuff like that, and inspiring the young boy to go and get the kill 'em off spray. But you see their journey and you're hoping how they're going to get out of this. And then later on what happens is, because you followed that story, you get Flash running to save them, pushes the car out, and that sort of ends that sort of story and enhances why it's got there. But not only that, they get Superman, of course. In order to make Superman more heroic, that people didn't somehow get on Man of Steel, because Man of Steel, he did save a lot of people and soldiers and stuff like that, but people still didn't notice that, and he saved the world. So in order to do that, what they've done is, okay, this place still isn't all that deserted, so what's the best way to sum it all up? Is he flies a big building with lots and lots of people in it. So hence that was a vastly populated area, and that they did save people. Again, answering to daft people that like to make daft complaints. And then there's the daft complaint about Cyborg and the Flash digging up the sort of grave and stuff like that, and why was it in that film? And for me, it didn't really bother me. They would have had to somehow put in the film, or we must get Clark's body, so why not use that as a sort of bonding between the two of them, and talk and place it in. So it's an extra 2 minutes. Where can we put it? Can we put him in the spaceship? No, we've seen the spaceship, but we've also got to explain that we're getting Clark's body, so we might as well go to where Clark is, and then we'll have that same bonding weird thing. So, but again, people felt the need to complain. And then there was the rising of the duck for BVS, and wait a minute, why is Clark? I thought Clark wasn't dead. He was dead. That was just basically, and again, nobody's using their own wee marbles and saying it's just the residue of the energy that's around Superman, and it's because he ages slower, he decomposes slower, so there's still that bit of energy in him, and they have to give him this sort of alien technology that helped build Cyborg to put some of the pieces back together to sort of wake him up and stuff. Also answers that he does come back dead and everything else. He comes back bad and stuff, but again, people want to complain. And then there's the humour. So people are saying, it's too dark, so they put humour in it. Now some people are saying, it's forced jokes, which I didn't believe. I thought that the jokes were well placed. Then there's Flash running. Okay, so how do you stylize that Flash runs fast? I know, ice skaters. People on the ice and how they glide over the ground, and they're running through the time force and stuff like that, the speed force. And of course that makes his running that bit different. If he was just to look like he was running like us, like a TV show, I don't know. It's meant to be style, and it's not off-putting whatsoever. But now that you've complained, that'll give the directors a wee bit of headache. Why can we not somehow please these people? Then you've got people moaning about the bubble, the air bubble, and of course he's going to speak in an air bubble. Can you imagine talking and people complain because he's managing to talk under the water? Like why could Superman carry Lois into space in the fourth Superman movie with Christopher Reeve? fly her to the moon without a spaceship, without a spacesuit on. It's ludicrous. What other complaints then? Of course, is the time of the film. It's 2 hours too long? Is 2 hours 40 minutes too long? Or, what time best suits you? What best time suits everybody in the world, and how long a film should run? I'm trying to think of anything else. CGI, Flash. Then there was some daft guy remarked, why the Batman with all his intelligence throw a batarang just so he says, oh, you're fast, did he not surmise this? No. If you think about it logically, he's just trying to get Flash to open up and highlight, and throw the batarang to tell him that I'm Batman and I know exactly what you are, but again, people feel the need to complain. What else? I don't know, the lack of Batman in fighting scenes and stuff like that. Was there no Batman? And listen, I could go on all the time through all these daft complaints, and is it not epic enough? Well, what do you mean, is it not epic enough? The guy's coming down with an army, and there is no place, and there's nobody there to stop him. So, and he would eventually kill off the world, but of course we can't do that because a Man of Steel in the Metropolis thing, so we can't show him actually harming that too many people because people would complain. And then Superman turns up, fights him, and of course and then people complain, oh, Superman could have just came in and saved the day. So could the Hulk and the Avengers. But the team is saving people, and he's teaching things, learning to work together. Superman comes in, and it takes a team effort to win the day, and Superman's there and he inspires it, and people would complain about that. All this video is really about is, like that post says, justice for all. Yeah, okay, it may not have been the film you all wanted, but nobody can ever get the film that they wanted. Nobody can please everyone. So what I want you to do is, if anybody makes a comment down below about something that they didn't like or didn't understand or whatever, please, somebody then reply to them. Or why not try just sitting at home and think about all maybe the negative stuff you thought about the film, and then see if you can turn it around and understand why they put it in. It's why they put, another scene, Flash and Wonder Woman. Flash saves Wonder Woman. Of course, where is he going to end up? He's going to end up, if he pushes somebody, going to be in top. So it's kind of a light-hearted wee joke with Wonder Woman and stuff. People laughed. But again, people and feminists and whatnot will start moaning about the Amazons not having, the right attire and stuff like that. And I went, hello, there's strong women who, in the past, and Zeus is wearing a pair of pants and throwing lightning bolts from his... Anyway, so just, let's forget the complaints. Let's stop posting negative stuff online. Let's stop moaning about the film, because basically you're destroying it, not for the people that enjoyed the film, but you're also giving Warner Brothers, I would say, a headache, because in the next film they're going to try and make the film to suit you guys, and it shouldn't be. A director should be able to make a film through his own vision, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But let's see their vision, and that's why Justice League got changed halfway through, because Warner Brothers spent most of the time trying to please you over daft complaints or remarks about the movie. The other one was the film jumped. Most of the time, if you really look into it, most of the jumps were just scenes that were unnecessary, and you didn't need to know. And as I said in other videos, there's moments out there that the clips that Zack Snyder filmed that would only confuse many others. Now, and Zack Snyder, of course, has always said that it was going to be a shorter film than BVS. So, of course, it wasn't planned originally to be 2 hours and 40 minutes. But that's up for you to decide. All I'm saying is, let's, just give the film, any film, just a break and stop complaining about it. Because you don't know what effect you're going to have. You could have effect on the next film, the sequel, and it's all pandering to what you guys want, and you'll never be happy. You'll always find fault. And maybe that's the worst thing film movies like this have got, and no wonder it took so long for Justice League to come up, because fans will always find something to moan about, and they know they can't get everybody on board. And Avengers isn't, Avengers also, they have fans that don't like the Marvel villains, but they're just trying to please the masses. But I'd rather see films that don't please the masses, but are accepted. So let's just try and accept stuff that we've got, and let's stop moaning about the little daft things. Thank you for listening.